Hannan, be quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3.
4, 5, 6.
Oh my god.
How we fixed it? I switched us back to Europe.
What are we at? Any better?
Right.
Better for you?
1, 2, 3,
4, 5, 6.
I clap.
7, 8, 9,
10, 11, 12.
13, 14, 15.
16, 17, 18.
Gerard can count.
Cool. I think that's the best we're gonna get.
Should we start again? It just makes sense to start again at this point.
Okay.
Do you want
Well,
another clap?
yeah. 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to Because Of. We've sorted out our technical issues. I'm your host, Alex.
I'm your co-host, Hannan.
And I'm your co-host, Gerard.
So, as you can see, you can still see us. We are in our own little homes now. No longer together in Gerard's little crib. What did you call it, Hannan? Casa de Best? Archives.
Casa de Badesca.
Yes, that'll do.
See, I can Spanish.
I can Spanish.
I mean, okay. It
What's
was more
everyone
like
drinking?
Italian.
What's everyone drinking?
So, Pepsi, of course, what a surprise.
I joined you.
Yeah.
Pepsi in a Corona glass, but I've put a wedge of lime in it because I'm
Ooh,
fancy.
Fancy.
Nice.
I'm very fancy.
No surprise for me neither. The red
Bit of
stuff.
milk.
The
No,
red stuff.
the
Not
red
bone
stuff.
milk. Oh,
Campari's.
it looks quite dark
Nah.
on this.
Didn't look that
screen there.
dark.
Aperol. No, Aperol is better than Campari.
Oh yeah. Well, not better. Cheaper.
No. Aperini is cheaper, which is what I had the other day. Aperini is like the
Discount.
Aldi brand of Aperol, but today
Yeah.
I have proper Aperol.
Nice.
Right, so before we get started, I want to have a little bit of a tangent already. So,
Go for it.
as people may know, the last episode was the quote-unquote mukbang episode.
Oh, we can't even call it that, really.
No.
Can we? It
It's
was
just
the
a
snack
shit-
episode for me.
Yeah. You both gave me so much shit for ordering a 12-inch, right?
Yep.
Alex, you had 3 slices.
Yep. I deserve this.
Do I really need stuff?
you don't want 14-inch.
No, 12-inch.
Why?
Because I'm going to have other food as well. I'm going
Us too.
I eat
Pure.
I eat frequently, not in a shit ton in one go.
But that's a mukbang.
I can't. I mean, I'll try, but I'm just preparing.
How you're gonna try if you don't order it?
I don't even know I can eat that much. I'd probably go 10-inch, knowing me.
Right,
You want a 10-inch? Okay.
No, we'll go 12 just in case.
just in case you can eat 14, let's get a 12, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So, a pepperoni pizzetta for pizzette for Hannan.
It's a pizza. 12 inches your standard size pizza.
Pizzette. I was gonna say in post. I had intentions to put lots of clips from the previous episode where I go like, "Oh, I'll finish everything." Right. So I'm going for a 14-inch. The one.
Because any other size...
Any other sizes.
Yeah, there's no point, is there? There's no point in any other size, is there?
It's
Fuck you both. Like I said, 12-inch pizzas are your standard size pizza.
the standard pizza.
Yeah, for toddlers.
For Ayla would eat at 12.
I'm definitely not going to be able to eat as much as I would have earlier. This is far too late for me to be eating.
Excuses. I'll eat.
Like I said, I'm already full, but I'm going to try my best.
The pizza for sure. I'll finish it.
Yeah, do that.
I'll post as well
I mean-
clips like, Alex, do you want this? And you, yeah. Alex, do you want
Yeah.
this also? Yeah. Do you want this? Yeah.
How much was the chicken and chips?
$3.90 for two
Yeah.
pieces of chicken.
I mean, I'm just going
You want that?
Yeah, I might do that as well.
Come on, 2 of them. Right, Alex, chocolate fudge cake.
Chocolate fudge cake.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, you were the one that pretty much almost ate the entire thing.
Yeah. So
You did.
I mean, of course, that's not a tangent, Hannan. That was one big point of discussion today, because, well, I wanted just to talk what happened late at night.
How are you feeling? Should we start with that?
Is your tummy feeling better yet?
Yeah. So
You look less pale.
on the previous episode, you could see the beginning of the pseudo mukbang that we did, where we were all happy, we were all hungry, we were all enjoying the food, and then we cut it because we wanted to watch a movie and enjoy the food better.
Yeah.
However, I end up eating basically 3/4 of a 14-inch pizza, two pieces.
A little bit more than that, wasn't it?
No,
I think you got over just the 3/4.
I ate 3/4, yeah. 3/4, then 2 pieces of fried chicken, which I'm going to talk about the chicken later. The fries that came with the chicken, 3 mozzarella
Top tier
sticks.
chips.
Yeah, the chips were really good. 3 mozzarella sticks, which were a bit meh. Prior to that, I ate half a bag of Doritos, which basically...
Like 3/4 of a bag of Doritos.
or 3/4,
you
yeah.
ate the majority of them. And
which-
apologies. Hannan has this big thing that we were very loud. And to be fair, we were just hungry. It was the mukbang episode. So apologies if you're offended by the crunching. But
Well-
man, we were hungry.
You haven't...
Off-putting.
You haven't seen it, but transitioning from the episode to the mukbang on the video that I edited, I put like a warning between those, and I was like, if you already felt disgusted by the munching of Doritos, please don't continue watching. 'Cause it is a lot worse later on.
So like for videos like mukbangs, where the whole point is you're meant to hear the eating as well, makes sense. For anything else, like mute it. Like, you know, Epic Mealtime, Alex.
Yeah.
Do you remember them?
Hell
They
yeah.
make monstrosities of food, and they're like literally shoving it in their faces, but you can't hear it.
Yeah. You can imagine you're hearing it. But...
You can
See,
imagine hearing it, but you
that's-
just don't hear.
That's one of the things that, I mean, I could understand how it is better if you don't hear it. However, it doesn't bother me at all, or it doesn't create as much disgust as it creates to you. You tell me that you had to stop
It's not a disgust
listening.
thing. It's a you can hear it in your ear thing, like
Yeah,
right in
but-
your
but
ear.
so
like
what?
imagine someone.
Where
chewing-
else are you going to hear it? I
Yeah,
can hear it in
yeah,
my
but
nose.
okay. So for example, when we're in person, I could hear it, right?
Yeah.
But it's not literally next to my ear.
Yeah, someone
if it would be.
chomping right next
Yeah.
to you.
Oh, so if I was to come in person next
Yeah,
to your
if
ear
you were talk,
and
yeah,
chew,
it will give the same vibe as someone listening to it.
and you don't like that.
No one, not many people like that.
I mean, but that's what I'm trying to say, that I don't mind. It doesn't create a negative response in my body. And it just surprised me how people can feel things so differently. You know? Like, quite the
It really
opposite. Like,
freaks you out.
I was listening back to the mukbang bit where we are all like,
Yeah.
and to be honest, I was getting hungry. You know, like, it was a positive
I
response.
thought that was going a different direction now.
It was a positive response that created on me. But for you and for a lot of people, apparently, it's the complete opposite.
Yeah.
So,
It is
It
weird.
depends on the type of video. Like I said, if you know you're going into it thinking, oh, there's definitely going to be food sounds, you're not going to be bothered as much. But if you're just listening to people talk and then just out of nowhere people start crunching, that's when
Well,
it's going to be off-putting.
mukbang is on the title. So
Yeah.
people should already know what they are in for.
Crunchy warning.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I was listing everything that I ate. So I ate
Yeah,
like
sorry.
3/4 of a bag of Doritos, 3/4 of a 14-inch pizza, 2 pieces of chicken, the portion of chips, 3 mozzarella sticks, and then I ate
Chocolate fudge cake.
the 2 pieces of chocolate fudge cake, because I don't know if you noticed, Alex, but in the individual box, because
Two.
you ordered a portion for you and a portion for me, there was 2 pieces in each box.
Very generous.
Yeah, and it was fucking delicious, to be honest. So I ate one of the pieces, and then I was like so full. I mean, I was being full already for a long time, but I was so full, and I thought like, Gerard, you don't need that other one. Like, leave it. You're gonna feel sick. Leave it. But it was so
They could have
good.
done that ages ago.
It
Or
was
just
so
at the
good that I
fridge game.
didn't leave it. However, as you know, but the audience didn't see, is that after half an hour of
Not even half
having
an hour, like
finished,
10, 15 minutes.
Nah,
I have
nah.
a theory about it.
You have a
because
theory.
you
I
were
have a theory
fine.
too.
You were fine. You ate all your pizza and everything. You kept telling us all, I'm very full, and you kept just cramming a bit more in. And I think the rookie move was you then got up and filled yourself up with a cigarette.
I mean, but the cigarettes don't fill you up.
It just had a negative chemical effect with whatever's in your stomach.
But actually, so Alex is right. Like, after finish my food, we were watching the movie, which we can talk later about what we thought about the movie. We were watching the movie, and I just went to the window and have a cigarette. And it started fine. I was feeling fine. I just kept telling the guys, "Oh man, I'm so full," but with a smile, you know. And halfway through the cigarette, I was like, "Oh no."
He was pale.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Like I started
Well, it was
sweating.
pale until you came back into the room.
I started sweating. It was
Yeah, he
cold,
was cold
sweat. I was pale. My stomach, literally, it felt like I had like an appendicitis attack. So of course I got the shits.
Never again.
I got the shits. I went straight to the toilet. I also wanted to throw up. The feeling that
At
I
the same
had.
time.
Yeah, the feeling that I had was literally that the food was waiting here on the, what do you call that tube? Esophagus?
Esophagus.
Yeah.
Esophagus. The food was waiting here to go down, but it could not go down because my stomach was literally full. And the food in the stomach could not get into my bowels because my bowels were full. So I just went to the toilet. I sat on the toilet seat, of course with my pants down, with an intention. And man, I was like bent like that, with my hands in my forehead. I could see my drops of sweat like dripping on the tiles on the floor, and I wanted to puke. I wanted to shit. Eventually, I did shit. I didn't puke though, but I still wanted to puke a lot, and I started getting so scared because I was like, "Man, these two guys are in the room. I'm literally gonna pass out," because I could see how everything on my side became narrower and narrower and narrower like this. I'm gonna pass out. I'm gonna fall on the floor with shit in my bum. And all around the floor, and I'm gonna throw up. And if you throw up, it's that thing that happens in, well, I was gonna say in movies, but it happens in real life. The drug addicts, you know, that after like a trip, they throw up and they need to sleep on the side.
Because if you're face down or to the side, it's not gonna come back up. The whole point is, if you're drunk and you vomit, you're not meant to lie on your back to like come back up down.
No, but you could breathe it back in if you're like face in it. And you get it in your lungs, and then that's a whole world.
That's it. If you're facing up, it doesn't come up. It just you drown.
The whole point
basically.
is you're not. Yeah, exactly.
So all of this is happening. Like Hannan's experiencing a full episode of like Casualty in his toilet.
Yeah.
And me and Hannan are just like playing on our phones.
Yeah.
And like after about 10 minutes, look at each other, going, "Should we check on him?"
You say 10 minutes. It was about like almost half an hour.
So,
It was
a long time.
Really long time.
Yeah, you were out of action for a while.
Alex was like, "Should we check on him?" I was like, "Nah, he'll be alright. He's just probably on his phone and taking a shit."
At some point, I already accepted my fate. Like I was like, okay, Gerard,
He wrote a will on the toilet.
you don't survive that one, and it's been fucking stupid, and that serves you well for wanting to eat that much. Like, if you survive this, you're gonna learn a lot.
You know what that reminds me of? The episode of Scrubs, whenever JD poops, he like passes out.
Yeah.
Dr. Cox is so
He passes
fucking happy.
out when he poops.
Yeah.
Don't remember that.
It's
yeah,
a funny episode.
Quality episode.
Eventually, I shot a lot, and eventually, suddenly, I started to feel better. So I went back into the room. I was still
And he
very
didn't lock
pale.
it.
He looked
so
like
pale.
he died, and then he literally just collapsed on the floor for like
He
15,
just laid on the
20
floor.
minutes.
He went fetal.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was quite an awful experience, and I told myself I'm not gonna have pizza anymore. Although I'm sure that tomorrow.
You are definitely having
One.
pizza
At
probably
some
tomorrow.
point, yeah.
No,
Tomorrow.
but not
Tomorrow.
it's not having pizza anymore. It's not having pizza in that way
Yeah.
anymore. With other food, and because you know I'm very brave. I'm going like, oh, I'm gonna eat it all because I mean I eat a lot. You know that,
Yeah.
and I did quite well on the mukbang.
Mate, you
But-
did. We cannot deny
No?
that you ate a shitload of food.
I think if you didn't eat the Doritos, you could have finished.
Maybe, but
But
the
I
next
felt
day,
like you were punishing yourself. You were even saying like halfway through, I'm so full.
Yeah.
Om.
Alex had 3 slices. Is like, mate, I'm done. Thank you very much.
I already felt bad after that. I never eat that late. And I ate it and I was like, I had like the first slice and I was like, this ain't gonna happen.
So if we were to do it again, how would we tackle it differently?
oh, I'm just
Earlier.
getting the pizza and that's it. And earlier,
Pussy,
yeah.
you pussy.
A lot
Well,
earlier.
no, the pizza and the fudge cake. The fudge cake is
we do
mandatory.
it earlier. We do it earlier, right? And then we record after we've eaten.
Well, so you can see me passing out.
We see the aftermath.
Yeah. I mean,
Or
it's
just 3 guys
really
throwing
surpri-
up. Mate, that's- there's videos like that already on the internet.
Yeah.
It really surprised me that you didn't get your phones out and started taking pictures of that moment. Because it was
That's
That's
really
the closest
embarrassing.
we've got to sympathy.
Yeah.
We won't record him die.
No.
But yeah,
If he dies, we don't want evidence on our phone.
of course,
Yeah.
I feel like I learned a lesson. But at the same time, I could not stop thinking how the people who make a living out of mukbangs, and not just
Yeah.
mukbangs, but there's these YouTube channels like the one you said, Hannan, where they eat humongous amounts of food.
They'd eat all of that by themselves. Not
Yeah.
split between 3. That's their meal.
To be
But just
fair, I
circling
think
back-
Epic Meal Time tends to record them eating like a massive chunk of it, and then
Yeah,
they
they eat
throw
like
it
a
all
bite
away.
kind of thing.
Yeah, they don't
But-
finish it anymore.
Circling back to the death toilet. Who would you have preferred to find you out of us two?
Wow. I don't know.
The cat.
Neither. Seriously, no.
Yeah, we just leave.
I
you
would
mind-
say fucking Alex, because I'd be like, what the fuck do I do? Do I just call an ambulance? Do I call the ambulance?
You're just slowly getting your phone out. Record.
Nah, I wouldn't be. That's not me.
Do it for the vine.
But yeah, the next day, I was feeling good already. The next day, no, I was not feeling any sort of hangover nor side effects. I was great. I mean, you saw me. But then later on, when you left, I started trying to count all the food because I'm currently counting calories.
Yeah.
So I started more or less as good as I could. I started counting up the calories that I ate the night before, and it amounted to 3,800.
I thought it was like 4,082 or something.
Well, or 4,000, yeah, something like that.
That's insane.
Which is crazy because I mean I'm eating around 1,500 net a day. Of course, I'm eating a bit more, but then exercise
Yeah.
makes up for it. So net calories around 1,400 or 1,500. However, that day I didn't do exercise as well that day. I walked a bit, but I didn't go for a run or I did any workout at home. So yeah, it was 4,000 calories, which is probably the amount of food that I eat in 3 days in one sitting. Because it wasn't 4,000 calories for the day. It was 4,000 calories for the meal.
Yeah.
And probably the whole day was like around 5,000 or something like that.
And I did the silly thing afterwards. Is like, right, I've dropped Alex off at work. I'm gonna go and have brunch with a friend.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. I mean, it looked nice. What did
It
you
was very
have?
nice.
What was on it?
It was a veggie, like, Vietnamese food thing. So it was like 2 fried eggs, avocado, guacamole, salsa, deep fried tofu, and mushrooms. But the cool part was the coffee. Now, Liam basically said I had to try this coffee. I can't remember the name of it, but it was basically egg yolk mixed with condensed milk and then black coffee. And it's because the egg yolks and the condensed milk mixed together, it separates it and it doesn't mix with the black coffee. Right?
It sounded really good.
Gross.
It was really, really nice. Like, you have to kind of sip through the kind of like...
Shit.
It's not even shit, it was really nice. It didn't taste of egg at all.
Post it on Instagram for people to see. It was
Yeah,
really
Yeah,
nice.
I guarantee you took a really bad picture of it.
Oh, no, mate. I took
No,
a pretty
actually,
good photo,
it is a pretty good picture. Yeah.
I'll send it to you right now so you can have a look
Alright,
at it now,
so
Alex.
have a little gander.
But yeah, I mean, yeah,
It's all about lighting.
we'll
It is.
see if we do that again ever.
Oh, we're going to do it. Don't worry, we're going to do it.
But,
Yeah, actually, you know what? It's not bad.
but not in the same level.
I like the action shot from Liam.
Yeah. Mate, Liam's got kind of like a film camera on him now. It's pretty cool,
Yeah.
the idea, just taking actual, like, Fuji film type of photos.
I've
Very
never shot
retro.
film. I'm not a big film... But, I mean, I appreciate them. They look really nice.
My dad still shoots film whenever we go on, like, holidays and things. He has, like, a really big, like, old school DSLR, not even DSLR, just SLR,
Yeah.
which you would have to, like, wind and
Wind.
then take the picture.
Like on Shaun of the Dead when he's going towards us.
Yeah, literally, like, that's the one.
What SLR stands for?
Digital something.
Brilliant.
Yeah,
Perfect.
I can Google it for you right now if you like, Gerard.
Yeah,
Please.
do that. And while you're doing that, let's talk about the movie that we decided to watch.
Yeah. So we
'Cause you know what?
watch. Yeah.
I did enjoy it still. I still enjoyed it.
I mean, yeah, like it was alright. It just, you know, when you expect to have like a really nice time, and you know that you have like nice food, and you're gonna watch a movie with your friends, you want that movie to be top notch, to be,
Yeah.
you know, and it wasn't. It was alright. It just wasn't top notch.
I would give it like a 7 out of 10.
Really?
Maybe
It
not
wasn't
that
bad, but
6.
based
Yeah,
on
more like a
what
6.
we were expecting, like more like found footage horror film, it
I
was.
was pretty hyped up because I was like, sweet, you've said about the other ones, they're quite scary.
They weren't even scary. It was just jump scares and shit.
Yeah, it's
No,
very
but it's a
found
scary
footage
setting.
style.
The
Yeah.
other
Well.
ones, Hannan.
Yeah,
If you were
yeah.
on your own watching it, you
It
would really be
It would be tense.
Yeah.
on your toes because it
But
is
this-
tense and dark.
Like, to be fair, it was probably like halfway through the film that it switched.
Mm.
But it went from found footage to... And I just adapted to the found footage. At the beginning, I was a bit like, oh, I'm going to get like motion sickness from this. And I wasn't a massive fan of it. And then I was like, cool, I'm adapting to it. Carry on. Then halfway through, it just goes, cinematic shots now.
Wait a second, we haven't said which movie.
Yeah,
That's fine.
I thought you
that's
said
fine.
it was Rec 3.
I mean, we said it probably in the last episode, but not on that one. So
Okay.
yeah, we're talking about Rec 3.
Yeah.
Rec 3 Genesis.
Genesis, yeah. Hannan and me, we watched the 1 and
The
2
1 and the 2.
a few episodes ago, and now with Alex we watched the 3 because it's completely separate story. I mean, there's the link, there's a point of link that links it all together.
Yeah.
But you don't really need to watch
It's
Which
not
the
you,
like a
previous
you can
one.
get the link anyway. Like, obviously,
Yeah.
I knew it because you both mentioned about the 1 and 2.
Yeah.
But if you just watch 3 by itself, you'd understand the link.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we
Like,
ruining the link, or are we going to let people watch it?
I let people watch it.
Let people watch it, yeah.
Yeah.
The
Um,
first film, top notch, right? It was like you know when you see the original Saw or like the very first Paranormal Activity film, like that
Yeah.
kind of level. The second one was like, it's kind of the same. third
bit
one
more
was like,
actiony.
okay, now they got a budget. The second one wasn't great. The first one was amazing.
Yeah, but
2 or
really,
3? What wins?
2.
Yeah.
All right.
In terms
2
of
wasn't great.
as a horror movie,
Yeah.
2. Yeah.
It wasn't a horror. What we watched was not a
Yeah.
horror.
The thing is,
It was the comedy kind of style of
it
horror.
was more comedy. Yeah. The thing is, I understand the director what he did in terms of, because the found footage bit is basically the beginning of the movie, and if you remember,
It sets the scene.
as soon as it shows Rec 3, the title, it stops being found
Yeah.
footage, and that was
Like
like,
half
20,
an hour in.
20 minutes or half an
Yeah.
hour in. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that the director wanted kind of like pay homage to the first two, because the first two are full found footage, and
Yeah.
that's what
Yeah.
they are very well known for, you know. So making a third movie that's not found footage of the same franchise, it's kind of like, oh, why now this change? So it's almost like, okay, here I start with found footage, which is what you expected from Rec. But now I have a different idea for that movie. I don't want to keep it found footage, so I'll just do the intro, or the first half an hour in found footage, and then we'll switch to cinematic. As well, probably he probably thought of putting a few touches of humor there, because the first one and the second one don't have any humor at all. They are serious.
very
They are
serious
gritty.
horror.
Yeah.
I mean, they're serious, but because they're so serious and it's a found footage film, those first two, there were some accidental humorous parts. Just because, you know, found footage is, like, not actually scary.
I mean,
It's for jump scares, isn't
Yeah.
it? 'Cause
They are for jump scares.
A camera that's handheld can't pan around a corner,
Yeah.
no,
so
but
shit can jump out.
if I always say that found footage is one of my favorite ones, is because when I bump into a found footage movie that's really good, it's really scary,
Yeah.
because it simulates real life. That's the whole point of found footage, that it passes across real. It comes across as real, not as something, not as a production. You know,
A lot of found footage that I've watched tends to have that production behind it as well. I don't think
Yeah.
I've ever watched like a full found footage, like Blair Witch Project or anything. But they always seem to add a bit of like CCTV in it as well.
Sometimes,
Like-
not always.
A lot of the ones that I've seen, because like I say, I've not seen a full, solid
Yeah.
found footage.
The one that you kind of make me think of is Paranormal Activity, where they kind of
house at
explain it
night.
as they've got like the house sensors and shit
Yeah.
with the cameras, like the
It's-
smart home.
even the very good found footage movies struggle to justify very well the fact that
Yeah.
there's a camera always recording.
Yeah.
You know, there's some movies that justify it very well, but it's really hard to find a real reason to have like constant footage of the action, all the time. It's also
yeah.
like as well, like when someone falls on the floor, for example, the one carrying the camera falls on the floor, the camera always falls position, so it keeps
can show
recording
what's happening,
and
yeah.
everything is on frame, you know. But you know, like you kind of like need to.
But to be fair, on Rec 3, near the beginning when it goes a bit chaotic, they do literally just... The camera turns... You are just watching a black screen for a little bit.
A little bit.
But see, on
Yeah,
Rec
that's
3,
nice.
the justification of the use of the camera is really good, because it's a wedding, and in weddings there's always a guy recording the wedding and making
Yeah.
a video. So of course it's completely justified. And then maybe that's as well the reason why the guy was like, okay, let's switch to cinematic, because of course once the outbreak happens and there's zombies all around, what's the point of having the guy with the camera keeping
Yeah,
recording?
you know it's there. Like,
I think it's a very interesting way that they kind of dealt with the like wedding photographer as well. Like, you don't really see. I mean, this is gonna be like very, what's the word? Trigger warning. Suicide? Like, where he was like, okay, I'm too fat to fit in the vent, I'm just gonna deal with these
which was
zombies.
bullshit. He could fit in that.
He-
then.
he
Yeah,
could
he
fit
could
in.
fit.
There was a ton of space, but you know how they explain it. normally, like, okay, you come back to the same room and he's a zombie or something, right?
Yeah.
No. He just sat there. And you don't notice what happens. At first you think, oh, wait, he's a zombie. And then
Yeah.
it kind of pans down to his, like, forearm, and you can see he's, like...
But do you
killing
notice
himself.
it steps you up in camera quality as well? 'Cause he starts with that really crappy handheld thing that everyone has as, like, a kid when they first start
Yeah.
making movies. Then he starts filming the actual professional...
Yeah.
And then you start seeing some of his footage, so it upscales a little bit. Then once he loses his camera, it upscales again to the production value. So they're like teasing you, like, the camera's getting better. And then you get to the point where, okay, cool, I'm just watching an ordinary movie.
Speaking of cameras, I found out what SLR stands for.
Go
Okay.
for it.
Single lens reflex.
Okay.
Nice.
So, digital single lens reflex.
Okay. DSLR. Cool. So
And
does that
it's,
mean
it's all mirrorless now anyway.
Yeah.
So in terms of rec, I was gonna say the best bit though of the movie is when they realize that the only zombie standing around and that eventually becomes a threat is the grandpa, because he's got like hearing aids. Because
Yeah.
Yeah.
the zombies are not your typical zombies. They are kind of like demonic possessions. And then there's like a priest that starts like broadcasting these sort of
Prayers. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
was going to say spell.
a spell.
Priests do spells, right?
That through the PA system in the they are in some sort of cottage.
Wedding hall.
Yeah, wedding hall, whatever. And then all the zombies stop. Like literally, they are still alive, but they are like paralyzed.
Yeah.
They cannot move. But there's the grandfather of the protagonist who's wearing a hearing aid, and they reference it throughout the movie since the beginning.
Throughout the wedding, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
And because he's wearing the hearing aid, well, probably was not working.
Yeah.
And then the zombie doesn't hear the prayer because he's deaf. And then that's the zombie that ends up attacking
Right
at the end at the end of the movie. And what I really like as well of that movie is that the two protagonists kaput.
Yeah. They don't make it.
You know,
And to be honest, I got really annoyed. I was
So
like,
much for no spoilers.
right at the end.
It's an old
right at
movie.
the end. Like,
You had
they were
time to
so close, and then right at the end.
yeah.
Yeah, but he was a stupid idiot at the end.
Yeah. I mean, he was so in love with his wife that he was like, there's no point to living. So, like, there's that storyline, but, you know.
But
No.
how long did they take to shoot him as well?
What happens is that they kiss.
Almost immediately.
They kiss, and the wife, which
Pulls the tongue out. Yeah.
became a zombie. Yeah, like just like stripped the tongue out of
And
him.
then immediately started shooting them.
Yeah, but I mean, he's gonna become a zombie anyway.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh,
so
yeah,
he
definitely.
was dead at
Okay.
that time.
Alex, real
Yeah.
talk, real question, the hard questions.
Oh, here we
right?
go. If Emma was a zombie, would you kill her?
Yeah, if Emma was a zombie, would you kill her?
Yes.
No thought, eh?
I've thought
Like-
about it, and the answer.
Wouldn't you do the governor from The Walking Dead?
Yeah, you just lock her up in a room or something.
Yeah. And keep the heads of your loved ones like in jars.
I'd do more Emma Shun, where she like
Chains
the
them up.
chains and she's
Yeah.
cut the tongue out and stuff like that. But no, like if we're in a zombie apocalypse, I've thought about this a lot. I'm sure other people have. I'm not messing about. If you pose a threat to me, bye.
And,
See,
Hey, Black.
and they would understand.
When I was growing up, I was thinking, oh mate, zombie apocalypse happens, I'm sorted, I know exactly what to do.
Yeah.
And then I thought, I won't be able to accomplish any of that at all.
Yeah.
Because the plan was, like, I live very close to like an Asda, right? Like a big Asda. So the plan was, get in my car, drive to the Asda, quickly run in, right? Like, literally park the car right next to the fucking front door. Run in, try and find the shutters, shut it, and then sweep. And then just, like, live there as long as possible, right?
So you'd shut yourself in before you sweeped?
I mean, you have to, otherwise more are going to come in because you driving through to the Asda would attract a shit ton of zombies.
Maybe.
I always
But
feel
supermarket, like I used to work in a supermarket. Supermarkets always tend to have like a massive compactor thing at the end. So if you could bait zombies into that and crush them.
Did not know that.
Yeah.
Are we doing some Call of Duty zombies now? Just training around and then pull them to the compactor.
But you have to know where your local gun shop is as well, because you need to go armed to the teeth. Like, what are you taking in? What are you sweeping them with?
Cricket bat.
Nah, a blunt instrument like a cricket bat. It's not Shaun of the Dead, mate.
That was the joke. I'm glad you picked up on it.
Right, yeah, I got that.
Now we don't have guns in this country. You have to be like a farmer or something. Have a license.
There's still
and a
gun
shotgun.
shops.
Are there?
My nearest gun shop is literally
for
10 minutes away.
hunting.
Like
A
actual.
lot of people hunt in this country, right?
It's
Yeah,
primarily shotguns. Like, don't go in
Yeah.
there and think you're getting like M4s.
Pistols. Or shit. Yeah, you're not gonna get a pistol or anything though.
Oh no, they do pistols.
Really?
But it's
Yeah.
better
A
gunshot.
shotgun.
A shotgun.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, one shot. Yeah, but
And remember,
shotguns,
Gerard, you have to
they
double
take
tap.
forever to reload.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Reload is
if
the
you don't
part
have
that's gonna kill
if
you.
you don't have good aim because you never shot the gun before, and you have a zombie like 1 meter from you, you can just like shoot the
Yeah, but if
Shun-
you're getting
shotgun.
the time having to put the shell in for the next round, you're gonna get eaten.
but you have some of them that they take like 6 bullets, right? Something like that.
Yeah, but a pump action will probably jam.
yeah.
Okay, well, I would just go for melee.
You've been playing too
Probably.
many video games.
We still need to play Back 4 Blood. Well, you told
No.
me that the beta is gone, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not out yet. When's it out? Google.
I think it's October or something.
Please Google.
Gerard, you just reminded me. Ghost of Tsushima's Legend, the multiplayer. There's like a co-op mode, and it's only 2 players, but you can pair up to 4 people and play like the other online thing.
Yeah.
But it's random. You can't party up and go into those.
Oh, what?
Really?
Yeah. I tried it earlier.
Well, we're gonna talk about Ghost of Tsushima, right? You wanted
12th
to...
of October.
Cool. You mentioned that you wanted... Well, you finished the game, right?
Yeah, I finished the main game. Yeah.
Did you cry?
I did not cry. However, it was very emotional, and I don't want to spoil it for you, right? But this is Sucker Punch are known for, like, you either play as a good guy or a bad guy, and this affects the story, right?
No, I don't know that.
Have you never played Infamous?
I don't.
Okay, so
I didn't.
Sucker Punch
Ages ago.
Sucker Punch made games like Infamous and
Right.
Infamous Second Sons, right? Where it's like a meter where you could be, based on your actions and how you interact with the world, it goes fully good or fully bad, and that kind of changes the aesthetic of the character, changes how other characters interact with you, so on and so forth, right? So
Yeah.
it's linear, but it's not linear at the same time. Ghost of Tsushima, it's not the same. It kind of is a progression of the main protagonist becoming, like, realizing the honor code of a samurai doesn't really work against the Mongols, so he's going to adapt and become more like an assassin, right? And that
Yeah.
in itself has consequences with his uncle, right? Which is like the Jito at the time, like the secondary to the shogun on the island kind of thing. And it just leaves it where there's no actual good ending. Like, you lose everything essentially,
I like
like, because of the actions that you took during the campaign that you don't really have a choice for.
I like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't like happy endings.
it wasn't a good ending, and very emotional.
But when you
So-
say it
yeah.
wasn't a good ending, you mean that it didn't end good for the
yeah,
character.
it didn't end
Yeah.
good for the character.
It was a
It
great
didn't sit
ending in
right
terms
with me.
of playing
Yeah,
it.
it was
but
very, very well done. I enjoyed it, but it made me feel so negatively about it. I'm like, there's no
I never
happy
know
ending.
what people want from an ending.
Yeah.
Like, so many people all the time are like, ending was crap. It's like, well, what are you wanting?
It's
like,
the most
if you were
difficult
making
thing
the
to
ending,
do.
what would you do?
I
don't know. Just better than that.
I'm very basic. I want to be like, oh mate, God, what walking amongst mere mortals, top tier, like end game. I'm the big man on campus kind of thing, right?
But that's it. Like if a
You don't get
character, if a protagonist doesn't die at the end of a movie, video game, book, whatever, and you like that, protagonist, you like that story, it's always gonna be a bad ending because you always want to see more. But
Yeah.
if
more
they die, that kind of like puts an end to the story of that character, so it's impossible to continue. And you're satisfied in the way that you've seen the whole life, you've seen as much as you can see of that character, but at the same time, it's like, oh, died. Like I didn't want him to die.
The worst endings for me is, it doesn't have to be games, movies, whatever, is they drown at the end, or someone's been buried, and then a hand just comes up and it ends. No, just you don't need to do that. Just leave it.
Ash versus Evil Dead.
Yeah, it's just like I wonder if they'll do a sequel. Huh?
No, but they actually leave it open to a sequel because the main protagonist doesn't die. It's just a bad ending for him.
Hannan, by the way, you are spoiling everything because I wanted to play this game and I haven't finished it.
Okay, so I've not given any actual spoilers.
I mean, that the character doesn't die.
Yeah.
That's an actual spoiler.
Pretty big spoiler.
Yeah.
Well, spoiler warning.
Mate, you should come with a spoiler warning.
I know, right? My other group of friends say the exact same fucking thing.
But you'd think with... I mean, are you classed as a samurai on Ghost of Tsushima?
You can.
You can. So there's two distinct play styles. You can just walk in as a samurai, announce yourself, cut everyone down, and be aware, be known of your presence, kind of
Kill
thing.
Bill style.
Yeah, literally. Like you walk into a camp, you say, "I'm gonna stand off." And you're like, "Come here, I'm here. Come face me," and then you can build up a streak. So you can cut up to 5 people in the same standoff, and then carry on playing it like normal. Or you can do it like the assassin way, which is you just sneak in, do all the kind of side stuff as well as assassinating people, very Assassin's Creed-y style.
Yeah, I'd probably go more that one. I like the stealth approach.
But when the game was coming out, I was thinking, it's gonna have that infamous style, 2 kind of distinct stories the characters get trapped with, and that's kind of what they advertised in the game. You need to do it multiple times to kind of get all the kind of endings and stuff. It's a very, very linear game.
Okay, IGN mark score.
IGN mark 9.5 IGN.
9.5.
Hannan.
Okay, Hannan's.
I would give it an 8.
An 8.
It's a very, very good game. I enjoyed it. In fact,
what are you ranking it against? What's a 9.5 Hannan?
Yeah, what has a better score for you?
A 9.5. One of my favorite games has to be Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance, which is another kind of hack and slashy game, which is very linear. But
that's pretty high ranked throughout its life, anyway. To be fair.
Yeah, I mean it's not Metal Gear Solid; it's Metal Gear Rising. So that's the one where it's a hack and slash with riding. Very good game.
I remember playing a Metal Gear on PSP, and it was like a card game.
Really?
I can't remember what it was called, but I was like, this is a weird way to play Metal Gear.
Man, I still find it weird that every game comes out now has a card game a year later. Fucking Gwent. There was an Elder Scrolls one as well.
Elder Scrolls is doing everything now.
Yeah.
You've got online, probably got a magazine, get everything.
No, but
they're bringing out a new one as well, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, fingers crossed it comes to other platforms.
Let's get real for a second. Let's just bring out this Harry Potter game, because I really want to play it.
Shit, I completely forgot to think. Oh, you just reminded me. There's a State of Play next Thursday night.
Ooh.
9 p.m.
Exciting.
Is it focus on a specific game or something?
It's just games.
I mean,
Extra
yeah.
showcase.
Is it just one
It's
game?
what they
Is it
call-
like
What else could
Ratchet
be?
and Clank again?
It's what they call the summer showcase.
Right.
So
Okay.
there's no distinct game. So I'm hoping there's going to be more games out.
It better not be pants. The
On that note,
previous
I'm
ones
sure
have been
that they are
pants.
going to show about the new Horizon because they Sony announced
They have.
already the release date. What was the release date? I think it's February 2022.
Are you still playing Horizon?
Yeah, although let's leave it for the next episode because it's a long talk and
He's
and
going to
I
go in deep.
Yeah. It's very funny because I started playing the game and I loved it at the beginning, and now I have quite a few bad things to say about it after a few more hours. But overall, I'm enjoying it. Overall,
You know what you would really enjoy?
God of War.
God of War. You fucking asshole! Just play God of War.
After Horizon.
You'll have to play God of War because it's the only game you probably won't spoil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you haven't told us the ending by now, you ain't going to tell us it.
True.
Have you finished God of War, Hannan?
Yeah, mate. I finished
Okay.
it when I lived with you.
Okay, it's just that you usually don't finish games.
No, I don't platinum games. I finish games. I don't platinum them.
Okay.
'Cause I
Which,
just
in
can't be
your
bothered.
eyes, Jared, is finishing them.
Yeah.
No.
I just can't be bothered doing the get every collectible in the map. Go here, get this collectible. It's boring. It's so
Right, Jared,
boring.
how do you do your collectibles? Will you just pick it up if you pass it in the story, or will you leave them all until the end and try to do it methodically?
So that's one of the issues that I'm having now with Horizon. Again, a discussion for another day, but basically I don't leave them for the end of the game. I try to do a bit of the main story and then as many side quests and collectibles I
Yep.
can up to that point.
Binge a bit.
And then a bit more of the story and then a few more. So they always go on par.
See, I'd absolutely binge as many side missions, side quests as I possibly can, then go back to the main storyline. Like, I practically
Well-
did everything on Spider-Man before as, like, a mission 2.
Oh yeah, on Spider-Man was a weird case as well. Like I got all
Yeah.
the photos, all the collectibles. I got them before like progressing further than 20% of the story,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Even on Skyrim, I tried to do as much, but, I mean, you get quite easily leveled out on Skyrim and stuff like that.
However, what I always try to do is that when I finish the game, as in like when I'm either battling the final boss or going through the last mission or whatever, I want to have everything else. So
Yeah.
as soon as I get the credits, I want to turn that game. I want to remove the disc of the console and turn it off and don't have to play again. I actually don't
Do you
like the
delete
games that...
instantly?
Say again?
Because do you delete games instantly?
Yeah, because I mean,
Yeah.
if I completed 100%, I know that at least I'm not gonna play that game again. Maybe in like 2 years' time.
What happens
Yeah.
if they have an expansion or DLC?
Well, then yeah. If I know that the expansion is coming soon, then I won't delete it. But yeah, I hate the games that when you beat the final boss or the final mission, they unlock more stuff. And I know
Yeah.
that people usually like that, but I don't like it because, like when you get the credits and you get the final cutscene and you beat the game,
That should be it.
usually it's a very nice taste in your mouth
Yeah.
of the game, and for after just continuing with duller things, I just don't like that. So yeah, I always try to 100% it, with the exception of the last mission or the last boss or whatever. Go for that boss, do it, and I'm done with the game.
Yeah. It does frustrate me when it makes you play a game again for like a
Oh,
trophy.
yeah. Yeah.
New Game Plus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually
Well,
don't like
don't
New
do
Game
that.
Plus. I do them because for the trophies. But I
Yeah,
don't
but I'll
like-
just try do it like an absolute
You burn
speed
through
run.
it instead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least on New Game Pluses, though, it allows you to
Keep
finish
all your shit.
upgrading the bits that you could not upgrade on the main
Yeah.
campaign. On Spider-Man, this happened, with the skill points and stuff like that. On Spider-Man, I 100% it, but what I didn't do, those, what were they called? those progression bars, like for example, you need to fly, you need to swing close to buildings, or you need.
Oh yeah, I
know,
didn't do them.
Yeah, I didn't.
Did you earn anything from them?
Yeah.
It's just like a.
It doesn't count
here's some
towards the
XP.
Yeah, it doesn't count towards the 100% of
No.
the game, and yeah, you didn't unlock anything from achieving those. So I can.
But I've
me,
just done
the
Dirt
unlock-
5, and I've got one trophy left, which will platinum it. And it's you've got to drive 1,000 miles. It used to be 10,000. Don't know who ever did that. Completing the whole game and doing a bit of side things.
Wait, which game?
Dirt 5.
That 5.
Dirt.
Dirt.
It's a rally
5.
game.
Yeah.
You only get like 450 miles completing the whole game.
You'd
So it's
really
like-
have to like that game to do 10,000 miles.
Yeah. I mean, they've lowered it to 1,000,
Yeah.
but still, it's like, who can be bothered?
And that's necessary to get the platinum.
Platinum.
So, Alex, Guild Wars 2 did something like that recently. Like I say recently, like a year and a half ago.
Well, I
One
gave
of
you
the-
a rally car.
So you get there's a mount, right, called a sky scale, which is basically like it acts like a helicopter in the game in a sense, so you can ascend
Okay.
vertically. When it came out, it would take a month to get,
Gee.
just because it was a shit ton of like time gate.
But to be
And then-
fair, with MMOs, that is one of the things that I did really like about them is stuff took a while. It was a commitment to do something on it.
I mean, yeah, but like, it doesn't take that long to do like a legendary weapon or armor, right? The armor takes a month, right? Because there's time gates, and that's understandably so, right? Because there's 6 pieces to an armor. For a fucking mount, it shouldn't take a month. So they tweaked it back, and it was a week instead. But I'm thinking
Much
a fucking
better.
a week to fucking get that mount.
Yeah.
It's so boring. It took me months because
Is it just
was
like
so
a grinding kind of thing?
Yeah, it is literally just like a multi-step thing. So you're like, okay, do this collection of things. So go around the map, get all these things.
Yeah.
Okay, bring it back to the guy. Wait a day. Do this other thing. Go around the map. Bring it back to the guy. Wait a day. And it's just fucking boring.
Yeah, that is boring. I can't
Time
grasp
gated
that.
stuff is just like fucking stupid as shit.
Did you see the story that I put on the Instagram about the Xbox?
Yeah, and no, you shouldn't. I said no.
I was really tempted.
Nah,
The
mate.
scores ended up 50-50.
Nah, mate.
Not from many people, but still. it was
Legit,
50-50.
legit. Just get your PC, get it sorted. You'll have every game Xbox will ever have.
What
Yeah, but
was
I
that,
need to
Alex?
upgrade my PC massively. I was just looking at getting an Xbox as well. Just
Okay.
have both.
For
But
which
there's no point
for
because
which
all the
games?
games on there would be on Game Pass.
Well, Halo's coming out.
Game Pass.
Back for Blood's on Game Pass as well.
Yeah. Literally every game you'd want to play on an Xbox, you can play on PC because they've made it that way.
Yeah.
There's no if
But
you
a
can't
PC's
afford
like £1,000. I'd
True.
need to do it from scratch.
Yeah.
I've got a case basically.
mate, just go PC specialist. Like,
No.
who has the time nowadays to build their own computer?
Mate, it takes like half an hour and you've built it.
No, but it's so much effort.
You just plug and play.
It's not plugging. It's like people say it's like Lego. It's like no, you have to make sure it all fits. You have to spend a shit ton of time researching it to make sure all the components that you're buying individually work
doesn't take
together.
long. That doesn't take long.
When
And
all
get
you
to-
could do
you get
is
to cable
buy it.
manage your own computer.
Yeah, no, see that's something Gerard would enjoy. Me, no. It's all
Yeah.
about.
When you're building your PC, you get to cable manage it. You put your cables where they need to go, thread them through certain areas, make it look really dope.
But how about just having it already there? You turn it on, and then you're good to play whatever game.
No,
You're not
'cause I
having an
like it when you
extra step
turn
in.
it. You go to turn it on. You get an error code on your motherboard that you got to research what it means.
Nah, it's too much effort to play. Fucking
Turns out
video
your
games.
RAM's just not correctly in or something. Yeah.
It's crazy.
And Gerard's just like, just buy fucking consoles.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Gerard's
like,
gonna get the Steam Deck.
I know that. Why?
It's PC gaming, but you like a Switch.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I said 1,000 times that I haven't played the Switch Portable.
Yeah, you can play it in a dock as well.
Oh, can you?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Right?
Dock anything nowadays.
Yeah.
No. No, but no.
It's just a mini gaming PC.
No, I'm not. I'm not
We
interested.
could play Left 4 Dead.
Back for Blood.
I can play Left 4
too.
Dead right now. We should play one day Left 4 Dead before
Alex
Back
needs
4
to
Blood
beat it
comes
first.
out, and
I could maybe run it on this.
and do like a stream or something.
Could do.
I mean, Left 4
Yeah.
Dead is not too demanding. It's quite an.
I think
honor.
that's the next level. I mean, this is what, second video, but I do think we should stream at some point.
Oh,
Yeah,
100%
that would
down.
be-
I've missed streaming so much.
That would be good. Just to finish off, rewinding a bit back to where we were talking about zombies and all of that.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to let you know, I'm so excited. I don't know if you read about that, but the first images for the Resident Evil movie, the reboot came out, and
Look
the
really
game,
good, don't they?
yeah, it looks really good. The only
ain't
bit
seen
that
it.
disappoints a bit is the choice of Leon, the actor that plays Leon, because physically, I mean, I don't know the actor, and I'm sure that if they chose him is because it's a good actor.
Yeah.
But physically, looks wise,
You have an idea from your character.
It doesn't
of
look like
what
Leon.
you would want them to be.
yeah, it doesn't look like.
It's more inclusive.
Yeah, it looks like Latin actually. It looks
I
like
think he's Indian.
Indian.
He's
okay.
Indian.
But yeah, I mean, the haircut is not Leon's haircut, and Leon's haircut.
It's similar.
It's the most
It's got the-
iconic thing of Leon. You know, you
Yeah, that's what
recognize
stands
Leon because his haircut. So you know, he doesn't. I mean, he's got long hair, but it's
Yeah.
not that cut. It's not that '90s cut. And then Kaya Scoledario, the girl that plays Effie in Skins.
Yeah,
You
that's
remember
what I know her
Skins?
as.
Yeah, I just know her from Skins.
Everyone does that. Oh,
Yeah.
they were in Skins. Oh, yeah.
It's like everyone universally watched Skins in the UK.
Kaya Scoleradio. I think I'm saying
No
that right.
idea.
That's a cool name.
Anyway, she's playing Claire Redfield.
Yeah.
But the screenshots, I mean the frames, they look really good. It looks like a really dark movie. So I'm looking
Haunted
forward.
Mansion kind of vibes as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, but at the same time, it cannot be Haunted Mansion, because if it's Claire and Leon, that's Resident Evil 2, which
Yeah.
happens in the police station and in downtown.
Yeah.
But maybe the movie merges Resident Evil 1 and 2. But then that means as well that we should see Chris Redfield, we should see Jill Valentine.
I think you will.
But I am excited because, to be honest, the cinematic franchise of Resident Evil, the first one with
They lost the plot.
Mila Jovovich,
Johanovich or something like that.
Jovovich, I think it's
Yeah.
Jovovich. The first one was okay, was nice. The second one as well, but then
After that,
as you said, it lost the plot
Yeah.
completely. So yeah, I'm excited about that. And then the other thing related to zombies, finally the last season of The Walking Dead, the final season, what's going to be the
Wait,
last season, has started.
An actual final season. I swear it ended like 3 years ago.
No.
Nah, that was the mid-season finale.
Now, season 11 is going to be the last one. Of course, there's going to be spin-offs. Like, I mean, Fear the
Yeah.
Walking Dead will continue.
Yeah.
There's that
They're
other
doing a
shit.
Michonne show as well.
But imagine that, like, if you survived up until season 11, what a career you've had
Yeah.
as an actor or an actress.
I
That's
mean-
phenomenal.
As a way of making a living, absolutely. But, I mean, Walking Dead, by now, has got, like, quite bad reputation. As in,
Yeah.
like, you know,
It should have
script,
been killed
acting,
a long time ago.
all of that. Yeah, it's literally like a zombie show. Like,
Yeah.
it should be dead, but it's living.
Yeah, but there's more people fighting each other, and
Yeah.
the zombies are just an inconvenience that when they're there,
But it's not just that. I mean, yeah, that's one thing.
it drags.
But
It is a slow
and,
show.
and the characters, they are so cliche, all of them, and they all make the same mistakes, and they are so fucking stupid mistakes. And the way how ooh, what's happening in my room? Like, it's getting dark. The way how
Mate, that's telling us to end.
Yeah.
the way how they justify certain deaths, it's so fucking stupid. However, the first 2 episodes of season 11 are out, and so far so good. It's a bit more of the same, but so far so good.
It's
Like,
at a
Yeah,
high.
The Walking Dead has been at worse places,
Yeah.
so it's not as bad. The only bit that is disappointing is that in every single premiere of pretty much every single season, there was a very shocking moment. There was like
Yeah.
a wow moment.
Yeah.
Like the most famous one being the premiere of season 7 when Negan kills Glenn
Yeah.
Spoilers.
with Lucille. I mean, spoilers, no, it's
Lucille.
season 7. It's like 4 years ago.
Mate, I only watched up
longer
to
than
like
that, wasn't it?
mid-season finale,
5 years
season
ago.
4.
I mean, but you knew that Negan killed Glenn, right?
Yeah.
That's the...
Mate, it felt like they lived at the farm forever.
Oh, mate, that was the slowest season.
The farm is only 1 season, which is season 2.
I know. But it felt like absolute an age.
Well,
Yeah.
that's the problem with The Walking Dead, which, I mean, it's a very normal problem, but the fact that all the settings are very similar,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that kind
How
of...
many seasons were at the prison?
Just the
Season
one.
3, no, more.
No, there's more than that.
Partway through.
Like
No,
3,
no.
4, and 5?
They
No,
had
no,
more seasons at a prison than Prison Break
No,
had.
no. Because season 4, I remember because that's when I stopped. It was the army dude and the random mullet guy who's like a scientist that they needed to get.
Yeah,
to
but
DC.
that still was,
That was
in
season
the
4.
prison. That was
Yeah.
still in the prison. Because
They
What
were
was he
escaped.
called?
They were leaving the prison.
What was he called? The
governor.
guy.
Oh, the one with the mullet.
Yeah.
Can't remember his name.
Eugene.
Eugene.
Yes.
He's still alive.
Is he still alive? Holy
Yeah.
shit!
And he's a pretty cool character, actually.
Yeah, he temporarily went badass for a bit when I
Yeah.
was watching it. It was a bit
So-
nerdy and then badass.
I mean,
and then-
Eugene is the reason why. I mean, it is a key to the plan of Rick to defeat Negan at the end of season 9. Or he plays a big role on that. It's really cool.
So, as someone who stopped watching Walking Dead mid-season 4, should I watch Walking Dead?
No,
Okay.
it's not good.
not good.
I watch it because I have this OCD thing that if I start something, I need to finish it.
mate, I'm really far in and I binned it off.
And
I can't remember what season.
It breaks my heart to think that I invested so many years and so many hours and so much money into something to then leave it. I mean, I'm
Right,
still a fan of
I'm
Game
going to
of
let you know the
Thrones.
bit that I can remember up to. So this is going to be a little bit of a spoiler. So Hannan, take headset off if you don't want to hear it.
Mate, I don't give a shit.
When the last thing I can really prominently remember is Rick's near a tree and he has the opportunity to kill Negan.
Yeah, that's the bit when Eugene, who has been working with Negan undercover, he kind of like
And then he
swaps-
captures him and keeps him imprisoned
yeah,
in the
and
village.
works for Negan, and he makes
Yeah.
the bullets for
Yeah.
Negan's army, but he modifies the bullets
Yeah.
so when the enemy shoots, kind of like the arm
Backfires.
explodes, backfires,
That's
something
pretty
like that.
And then there's people are like wearing the zombies as like masks and
That's
stuff.
season 10, which the idea was so fucking interesting. It's like a cult. It's like
I watched like the first one of that and then I think I stopped.
it's really cool because the way how they are introduced, you are like, what the fuck? Because I cannot remember which characters. I think it was Daryl and somebody else. They are
They're
like
in the woods, aren't
yeah,
they?
they are around the woods, and suddenly they hide from these zombies, and they hear them talking, and they go like, "What the fuck?" Like there's talking zombies, and you as audience, if you don't know how the comic goes, you as well you go like, "What the fuck? What's happening here now?" Zombies talk. Later you find out that no, it's real people who actually adore death. Or
Yeah, because I thought it was similar to, I can't remember, I think it's like Day of the Dead or Night of the Dead or something like that, where the zombies get more and more intelligent.
The Land of
Okay.
the Dead.
Land of the Dead. Is that when they can walk through the water,
Yeah,
get onto the island,
Yeah.
and then can operate a weapon?
Yeah.
I thought that they would go that way when that happened, and I thought like, oh shit, now they are bringing like some level of intelligence into zombies. But no, it's just people wearing like zombie skin to kind of like disguise amongst the zombies. You remember on the first season when they covered themselves in guts, so they can pass through a horde. So they kind of do it for that reason, and
Carol
also
was a pushover.
Yeah, and also there's like some sort of like we are all dead. We need to live like that, and like it's a bit
weird.
more philosophical. But that bit starts really good, and then ends so bad. I fucking hated the villain of that season. It was so fucking annoying. Alpha.
So there's a show called Van Helsing on Netflix. Has similar vibes to The Walking Dead, but it's more fantastical in that sense, where it's...
Come on, Hannan, compare it. Compare it to The Walking Dead.
So, okay, I'll compare it to The Walking Dead. Not JoJo, The Walking Dead. But instead of it being zombies, they're like mindless vampires, in a sense. So, like, they act like a horde, like a swarm kind of thing, right?
So it is
like
just Van Helsing.
It's Van Helsing, but it's like the entire world's overrun kind of thing, right? But there's a whole storyline about the bloodline of the Van Helsings being the whole thing to cure it and blah, 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 blah. So it is fantastical in that part. So that's when you kind of lose it from the kind of Walking Dead vibe, right?
Yeah.
But the vampires get smarter. You'll note there'll be some vampires that actually are intelligent, but then they kind of develop, they become daywalkers and shit like this as well. So, like, the vampires are constantly evolving in the show to show how, like, they're a constant threat. Like, they're not just, like, a passive character in the background. They are active throughout the entire show.
Okay.
I never really got into Van Helsing.
I never really got into vampires and stuff like that.
I just like anything horror.
I'm a big
ghouls,
zombie
goblins,
fan.
I just don't really like the
werewolves.
The gothic aesthetic that usually comes with any vampire.
There's a little bit of the gothic vibe to this one, but it's more set in realism with this one. So, like, they don't even know they're a Van Helsing, but it does kind of lose the plot in a couple of seasons when it kind of, like, there's time travel involved and all this sort of shit.
The movie about vampires that I really enjoyed was,
Twilight.
I mean, I watched Twilight up to... How many movies are there?
4? Twilight Saga. 4? What's a saga?
There's Twilight, New Moon? Was it called the second one? Or Blood Moon? No, New Moon.
What was the first one called? Just Twilight?
Twilight, yeah. The second one, I think it was called New Moon.
Look at us trying to pretend like we're really cool and don't know the names of them.
I think I watched like 3...
I genuinely don't.
3 of them. And I must say...
Breaking Dawn? Was that one?
Yeah, Breaking Dawn was one of them, yeah. Cannot remember which one.
Twilight versus Evil Dead.
But I must say that...
Twilight versus JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
At the time, watching those movies with my girlfriend, I of course, at the beginning, I was forced to watch them because she wanted. But then I was like, yeah, I mean, it's all right. But I think it was on the 3rd or 4th movie that was like, no, I'm not into this. Like,
you just wanted skin when you go into the sun to be like diamonds, didn't you?
No, I actually enjoyed all the werewolf bits. Like they were pretty cool.
Werewolves are cool.
But no, it was not Twilight. It was What We Do in the Shadows.
What We Do in the Shadows is a very good
But not the
film.
show. I'm talking about the
show's
film.
very good as well. The film's very good. I just rewatched it earlier, like this week, Gerard. Like, that is such a good film.
It's really good. It's also like found footage. That's how I...
It's a mockumentary.
Yeah. Why the light is...
It's because it's late and you've set your lights to wind you down.
Yeah, but yeah.
Well, I think we should save that one for next week.
Yeah.
I think we've come to a nice conclusion for this week. What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I don't know if I said that, but in regards to The Walking Dead, I just wanted to say that, yeah, it doesn't have a shocking moment like most of the season premieres has.
It's dragged out. Everything is dragged out.
Yeah.
It's gonna end with a nuke, isn't it?
Yeah.
Also,
everyone
it
dies.
feels like why season 11? Like if I was the creator, I would finish it on season 10. It's more like a
So
round
are
number.
they still kind of following the like visual novels? Because I bought
No,
them through
the
Humble
novels
Bundle.
have finished.
The
No
novels are
idea.
finished.
They've started making it up from that. Like, they've surpassed the comics.
writer.
Oh, that's my understanding, anyway.
I know that at some point it diverged.
Deviated away.
Yeah, it deviates a lot from the novels. However, the creator, Robert Kirkman,
Yeah, Robert Kirkman also
Um,
does Invincible.
he's you tell.
Still flogging that dead horse.
He is
Great
involved.
show.
He's involved in all the scripting and directing of The Walking Dead. So even though it deviates from the comics, it still has his seal of approval.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see how it goes. But so far, so good. There's Negan there, which is, of course, my favorite character, and it's probably the favorite character of a lot of people.
It's definitely Emma's favourite character.
yeah.
She will not let me forget that.
You vouch for him. I mean, I vouch for him, really. Like, so
Very, very, very small tangent. You can play Negan in Tekken 7, and he is
Oh, yeah.
so fun to play. He's so fun to play in Tekken.
Does he come with Lucille?
Yeah. Like,
That's
the entire
badass.
moveset's using Lucille. It's great.
Right. Hannan, do you want to lead us out with our socials? We've got another social. Woo!
Yeah.
What's
So,
what's the
on
other
Instagram and Twitter, we're at Because of the Pod.
And YouTube?
and what's
and
the
YouTube.
other social?
Shit, yeah, what's the YouTube one?
I think it's just because of.
Because of on YouTube.
Yeah. Just search for because of.
It will be linked in our bios in both Twitter and Instagram as
Yeah.
well. But from because of, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Spread the word. Peace out.
Please.
Leave us a review on the podcast
Everything.
apps. On everything, yeah.
Peace.
Take care.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.